Sweet me.
Nothing can stop you and I.
Czar.
It's you, me, us. Girl, it's you, me, us. I'm in the mood, baby, I'm in the mood. I got nothing to lose, I got nothing to lose. Nothing can stop me from loving you. Nothing can stop me, cause I don't fall for you. It's you, me, us. Say, girl, it's you, me, and us.
Yeah, yeah. Mali zami sithandwa sama nginasikhathi nakho manginawe ngijabula sithandwa ngizohlala ngenza iplan hleze ngibuza bomalume ukuthi umuntu ofana nawe uthandwa njani bathi angithumela inkomo ngifisa ngathi ngakunike sakhe isibaya welele ameshanewe ndombenhle ayo welele angikuzile ngawe inhliziyo ayimameli Mangithanda umofesh azakumba ngelistress nyaza uswani nenonsense kodwa uyiphantula ngepressure ngabadwadla nge-35 ubathamise nge-Chanel kodwa ngiyithembile lifestyle izongenzisa amakhelese
Upside, 1 to 4 p.m. Central African Time. With Tebogo Lekhuleni and Mosito. Only on Channel Africa, the African perspective.
Sway V coming through on the Upside this afternoon to kickstart the Wednesday edition of the Upside, your gateway to the good life. And on Channel Africa, the African perspective. The song was titled Us, featuring Young Stunner, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Young Stunner on that one. 10 minutes after 1 p.m. Central African Time. Don't go anywhere. Our conversations about all things travel, date ideas, and some restaurants to check out in this side of Africa is coming up next. So don't go anywhere. Welcome to the Upside.
Ahoy, matey!
Captain here to help, right, boys?
Set sail with us on a digital voyage like no other. Channel Africa has a treasure trove of awesomeness. That is our website and social media pages.
Tell me, why are you here?
We want you to be part of our adventure.
The winds are changing, Captain. And this time...
Imagine a world where curiosity knows no bounds, where entertainment meets enlightenment, and where every click leads to the African perspective. Visit us on our website, www.channelafrica.co.za, or follow us on Instagram or on X at Channel Africa 1. Go on, like us on Facebook at Channel Africa 1. So, spread the word. Tell a friend that Channel Africa's online variety is what they need on the web. Channel Africa, the African perspective. We take no sides, none whatsoever. We are the Upside.
Oja daddy, alaka ibile.
Oxlade.
If I give you love and I don't get money, say you don't go run away. And if my friends call you, girl, I giant foreign. Say you don't go know my name. Mommy, I don't die for this thing called loving. So you don't go run away. Cause someone give me, I don't try. I know you would you be mine. Oh baby, I don't try. But my friends they ask me why. Should I you I choose why?
I give you so much love
laughing, why so Mosito? Now you they make my heart they go. Coco de co, color love, sumo red, be sobo, no be pito. My head correct, asabi, I know they repeat it. You no go wrong, go Mali. Don't run away. If I take money, see I go she far away. Many blessings we go soon come my way. We can take some time off, then we go far away. Man only and Lori, I spend the bondu. Over the night time, I watch a kung fu. Mama caress and rub where enough. Mama baby, baba do jade, jimonsu.
If I give you love and I don't get money, say you never run away. And in my first call, you girl a giant foreign. Say you never run. Mommy, I don't have for this thing called loving. So you don't go run away. Cause someone give me, I don't try. I believe would you be mine? Oh baby, I don't try. But all my friends, they ask me why. Should I you, I choose you, why?
Bono, Oja tell the road safety, Kole mono. Cause to talk the truth, you bad for real, omo. Already to pack me and my girlfriend, omo. I would love to love you, but we no go come out to Japan, she curfew. Oh, ya FaceTime me, tell me what you up to. Kiwa faraba like boy, mon sip from bottle. Manoli and Lori, I spend the bondu. Over the night time, I watch a kung fu. Mama caress and rub where enough. Mama baby, baba do jade, jimonsu.
If I give you love and I don't get money, say you never run away. And in my first call, you girl a giant foreign. Say you never run away. Mommy, I don't have for this thing called loving. So you never run away. Cause someone give me, I don't try. I'm
14 minutes after 1 p.m. Central African Time. Reminisce there by or with Y featuring Ox Lade. Oh man, what a wonderful Wednesday it is so far. I lost my voice there for a second. I apologize.
No, that is the perfect voice.
I apologize.
I like where you went for a second.
Yeah,
there.
no, I couldn't recognize myself.
Because it's bliss.
This is The Upside, your gateway to the good life on Channel Africa, the African perspective with me, Tebogo Lekhuleni, and Mmatsheko Mosito. Coming to you live from the Auckland Park Studios in Johannesburg, South Africa. Catch us live on social media at Channel Africa on Facebook and YouTube and at Channel Africa 1 on TikTok. Listen. When last did you go to an Indian restaurant, Mmatsheko Mosito?
Listen, there are different types of Indian restaurants. There's different types. There's the fancy ones and the non-fancy ones.
Fair.
But there is a place that I love to go to.
Okay.
That serves North Indian
North
dal. North Indian cuisine.
Okay.
But there's a dal there that I love, that the yellow dal that they make there with the chapati. Oh my god. Listen, summer, winter, autumn, I'm there because it is so delicious. So what I really appreciate about Indian cuisine is that there's South Indian dishes, there's North Indian dishes, and they both take a journey through spices in different ways.
Fair enough.
So there's a lot to explore.
Listen, and when you're in South Africa, you always wonder, are you getting authentic Indian flavors and cuisines and ingredients?
Good question.
Because sometimes, like, this one's in Durban, yeah. It's not make sure.
No, Durban is legit.
Yeah, but I know. But sometimes, like, it's not make sure. When you go to Johannesburg Indian restaurants, like, hey, it's not make sure. So we have got a restaurant here, Tava Indian Restaurant, which comes all the way from Kerala. Made its way to South Africa, and we're about to talk about how Matthew Abraham built Tava into a home for authentic Indian flavors. And on the line to tell us a bit more about the Tava Indian restaurant, its origins, and making its way to South Africa, on the line we're joined by Matthew Abraham, the owner of... Oh, actually, no. We're not going to chat to Matthew, unfortunately. We are going to talk to the chef, Chef Philippe Friedman, who is going to just walk us through the menu and the origins of Tava restaurant. Chef, Felipe, thank you so much for your time. Welcome to the Upside. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. I'm great. Just a small adjustment. I
Sure.
am a chef by trade, yes. I'm just not the chef at Tava Indian Restaurant. I'm their consultant, and I've been their consultant since 2009.
Oh.
But yeah, it's a great place to be.
Fantastic. Okay, well, we need to then talk about your consultation, because if anyone is going to ask you to come and consult for this restaurant, you must know a thing or two about the Indian cuisine itself. Just tell us more about the Tava restaurant, because for those who haven't heard about it before, don't know what to expect when they go to a Tava Indian restaurant, what is it about the flavors there, the origins, from what you were able to glean when they came to you and said, listen, come and consult for us?
So it started, yeah, in 2009, just before the World Cup, and I got approached by Mr. Matthew to try and put together a restaurant. And Mr. Matthew is an engineer by trade, and he's in the logistics business also. And like all good children, we all miss our mother's cooking. So what he
Absolutely.
decided to do is to open a restaurant with the flavors of his mother's recipes. The difference in between Tava and most of the other Indian restaurants is that a lot of the Indian food in South Africa is based on Durban curries.
Yeah.
All our chefs come from Kerala, which is south of India, which is also called God's country. And they've been here, some of them have been here for 15, 18 years. And everything is done according to, we're saving you 20,000 Rand on a trip to Kerala.
Oh, wow.
Which maybe you should take also, but at least you can take a trip to Empress Palace, and you're close to the airport. Just don't take a plane, just turn yank left and come to Empress Palace to the new Tava Indian restaurant.
This is fascinating. Okay, let's do this. Let's take a break. We're going to continue exploring Kerala through Indian cuisine when we return.
Je, una jambo lolote akilini mwako? Je, una shauku kuhusu maswala muhimu? Na je, una maoni ambayo unataka yasikike? Kweli, hili jukwaa ni la kwako. Piga simu au tuandikie kwenda WhatsApp namba alama ya kujumulisha 2760552594 na tutakupigia simu.
Mtangazaji wa habari zetu za Afrika Kusini mjini Johannesburg.
Hivyo unaweza kuwa mshirika kwenye matangazo yetu. Sio mazungumzo tu, ni fursa yako ya kuchangia maoni yako na kushirikiana na jumuiya ya wasikilizaji wanaotamani mtazamo wako. Tufuate kwenye mitandao ya kijamii. Tembelea tovuti yetu www.channelafrica.co.za na uwe tayari kushiriki na kuchangia maoni yako kwenye Channel Africa. Channel Africa, mtazamo wa Kiafrika.
The Upside, 1 to 4 p.m. Central African Time. With Tebogo Lekhuleni and Mosito. Only on Channel Africa, the African perspective.
21 minutes after 1 p.m. Central African Time, from Kerala, India to South Africa. We are talking about Tava, the Indian restaurant, who now has a home at Empress Palace in Kempton Park, bringing authentic Indian flavors. And we'll continue our conversation with Chef Felipe Friedman, who is their consultant and helping them set their menus right, make sure that the chefs who are working there are doing the best job at representing authentic Indian cuisine.
All right, so we continue our conversation with Chef Felipe on the line. Chef, as I understand it, Tava's roots began in South Africa in the year 2009. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but as I understand it, there's a Tava restaurant in Norwood, and it moves through Balito in the KZN region as well. So just based on that acknowledgement, talk to us about if there are any sort of menu revamps that have come in with the launch of the new branch.
Yeah, so we do. Okay, so we got the one in Norwood, which was the original one. who moved about 100 meters up the road after 3 years. We've got one in Monte Cassino. We also have one, we've got two in Durban, in Suncoast, and at Sibaya. We've got one in the casino in Cape Town, and we also got one in Belito. The main ones normally operate out of the same menu, and we try also when we do, we allow the chefs in the different units to bring in one or two of their own personal dishes. What we started doing about 6 months ago, we started bringing genuine street food. Obviously, as you know, in India, street food is a huge, it's a huge part of the outside eating because the accommodation is so small and people don't have the space. A lot of people eat in the streets on the way home or just pop down in the corner to have something. So we do a lot of street food, and what we added at Empress Palace, we actually added also a cart which is sitting in the middle of one of the playing areas. So people, while they're playing or during the time that they're playing, if they want to sustain themselves, they don't have to go and physically sit down in at the restaurant. They can just go to the cart, get something, and go back to what they're doing.
What sets the ingredients and the flavor of Kerala, apart from the ones that we would say we are used to in South Africa, Durban Indian spices? What's the difference?
The flavor comes from the mixing of the different spices. I mean, one dish can have something like 27 different spices in it, and depending on the way that you add those spices into the pot, your flavor changes. So it's not a question of having, and there's nothing wrong with it, let's say Raja curry powder and Mrs. Balls and chili. We do it with really a whole assortment of spices which are added as we go along. There are 3 basic sauces which are made in bulk, and every other dishes are basically made, as we say, à la minute. And that's why sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but as I say, good food takes time.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And a lot of chefs that do cook Indian dishes talk about building a curry, that you don't just throw curry powder in there, you actually build a curry with different flavors, as it were. So with that said, if I've never been to an Indian restaurant or explored properly Indian cuisine, especially South Indian, as you rightfully mentioned as chef, let's talk about what's on the menu. What can I try? What would you recommend for me?
Okay, so first thing that we do is that besides the kitchen being taken care of, we make sure that the staff in the dining room is very au fait with what's on the menu. And you could come there, not look at the menu and just say, well, you know what, I feel like chicken, or I feel like lamb, or I feel like fish, or I feel like spicy or not spicy. And then the floor staff, if I may call them that way, will then direct you. We've got, and Taba has probably got the biggest choices when it comes, let's say, to vegetarian dishes. So if you take something like, and I promise you, I'm a carnivore at best. When I did my training way back in the times, I would eat meat off the bones of the animals. So I can eat meat like there's no tomorrow. But if I go to Tava, I will actually only have vegetarian meals. What I suggest, for argument's sake, you got a dish like a palak chaat, which is spinach, which is coated in flour and it's got and deep fried, and then once it's nice and crispy, it's basically we build it up. You're talking about building up. You build it up with a bit of spinach, a bit of chutney, and a bit of mint and a bit of sweet yogurt, and you really, really build it up. So you have all these flavors that you cut through as you're going to eat it. So that's one of the dishes. We do some, even if you take a chili chicken, you know, people say, oh no, it's too hot, it's too hot. No, it's not too hot. And also what we do is that instead of changing the flavor, if you say, you know what, it's a bit too hot for me, or I don't want that, we will then give you a little bit of yogurt, a little bit of yogurt that will then allow you to tone down the flavor or the heat, but at least keep the flavor profile in the dish. That's really what we try and do. And then also we do an array of breads, which are different that you're going to battle to find in other restaurants. We do a Kerala paratha, which is a flaky paratha, which is not done in the tandoor. Obviously, all our store, they've got a minimum of 2 tandoors in it, which obviously gives that extra flavor to the dish.
I'm salivating while Chef Philippe is talking. I'm salivating, and it's a problem because now I can't focus on my job.
Definitely going to have to deliver.
Yeah, 100%. Now we're going to have to make our way to the Kempton Park Tava. We're currently in conversation with Chef Philippe, and we do have the owner, Matthew Abraham, on the line. But we're going to take a quick break, get the sports, and then get the latest in business news. And then we'll continue our conversation with the both of them. Tava Indian Restaurant. Have you been? What has been your experience? Have you been to the one in Norwood? Have you been to the one in Balito, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah. Let us know on social media at Channel Africa on Facebook and YouTube, and at Channel Africa 1 on TikTok. How's your heat tolerance?
It's not too hot. You heard what Chef Philippe said.
How's yours? How's yours?
I can tolerate heat, darling. For an Indian curry, I can do it.
You can go all the way. So when they ask you, how would you like your curry? Would you like it mild, medium, or hot? You go hot.
I'll go medium. Medium to hot. Medium to hot. Definitely not anything less than that.
All right, we'll continue our conversation with the both of them, Chef Philippe and the owner Matthew Abraham, after we get the sports and business news. Let's get the sports, because my goodness me, it's been nail-biting stuff this morning. Afghanistan and South Africa in the T20 World Cup, first ever double super over. Hey, what's happening in the world of sports?
Sports on Channel Africa. The African perspective.
First up, it's that match. It took 2 super overs before South Africa and Afghanistan could be separated in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Group D match in Ahmedabad. And the Proteas prevailed in the most dramatic fashion. After the match ended in a tie with both teams having scored 187, Proteas batter Tristan Stubbs needed a 6 off the last ball of the first super over to give his team another crack at victory. He produced in the second super over. Stubbs and David Miller batted first and posted 23 runs with 3 sixes. Left arm spinner Keshaf Maharaj then restricted Afghanistan to 19 for 2 to secure victory. The Proteas remain unbeaten from 2 matches and next take on the only other unbeaten team in the Group D, New Zealand, in Ahmedabad on Saturday. Some more cricket news. Kayla Renege could not have asked for a better debut for the Proteas women as she played a massive role with both bat and ball in a 5-wicket win in the first T20 International against Pakistan in Potchefstroom last night. The 20-year-old had the perfect start as she got a wicket in the first over at senior level, clean bowling Gul Feroza from 13 runs at JB Marks Oval before finishing with 2 for 13 at an rate of 3.25. She then later showed muscle with a bat, scoring the winning runs to finish on 29 not out. Visibly emotional during the national anthem, Reneke says it was a debut from her wildest dreams.
To be honest, no. I think I was quite a debut, dream debut to be honest. Yeah, couldn't have asked for a better debut for my country. Yeah, I think I'll always allow myself to feel certain emotions, but I think it was quite special making my debut in South Africa, especially in Potch, because I know I started my S19 journey here. So yeah, it's quite. I honestly don't have words. I think.
Reneke was incorrectly given out for LBW earlier in the innings and would have walked had it not been for the intervention of Annery Jackson, who quickly advised her to sit for review. She admitted that she had forgotten that she had that option at senior international level and was grateful for her more experienced partner.
I'm not used to this, but yeah, credits to Dirkie. She said I need to mention her. But yeah, I know I wanted to walk because I thought like maybe my leg was before the wicket, but she was like, yeah, just send it out. I'm like, okay, cool. But yeah, just listen to her and did it.
On to football news. Former Kaizer Chiefs captain Itumeleng Khune says his former team must aim for an outright win when they play against Egyptian team Zamalek in a CAF Confederations Cup Group D match in Cairo on Sunday. Chiefs need at least a draw to secure qualification to the quarterfinals. But former Chiefs captain Itumeleng Khune says they should go all out for an outright win in Cairo to guarantee qualification.
The boys have done very well so far by leading the group, and everything is in their hands. They have to go away to Zamalek and make sure that they win the game convincingly so that they can qualify for the last 16.
And finally, rugby news. Japan head coach Eddie Jones believes Super Rugby isn't the competition it used to be and that the All Blacks have suffered because of its decline in quality. The Southern Hemisphere's Premier Club competition used to be the breeding ground for innovation and set trends as to how the international game would be played. That's according to Jones. However, that is no longer the case, with the competition status declining along with the influence on world rugby. The All Blacks dominated the international scene between 2011 and 2015 in particular. However, their authority in the test scene has slipped more recently, with several first defeats to the likes of Ireland and Argentina, while they've struggled against France and South Africa at times too. For any sports stories you'd like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +2711 714 4459. This is Channel Africa Sport with me, Fikile Ngwadi.
Sports on Channel Africa. The African perspective. Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802.
Let's just do it.
Your life just got easier. Get the Channel Africa app and take us wherever you go. Catch the latest news, enjoy your favorite shows, stream the music you love, and stay connected to the continent. All in one spot, right in your pocket. Simple, quick, and always with you. The